Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswaminiti Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Nitai Gaurchandra Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Okay, Hari Bol. So now, with this today's discussion on the fearlessness, this is the third class that we had. I think all the three speakers gave very nice of the realizations, and we understood points from different angles as well. Every devotee has their own individuality, So I'm quite satisfied with the different angles and the study of fearlessness from the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. But asats are very important, No, we don't want asats. Okay. Now, devotees, please, this is the time if you have any questions to ask on general topic of a Krishna consciousness or otherwise, please, you can speak now. So this is not a cusp period, before we start other discussion. And we finished the discussion on saints and swindlers last week. So before we start anything new, I would like to hear if you have any questions or any unclarified points anywhere. Doesn't need to be only on this discussion, on the past as well. Some points, if you have anything to be asked, please feel free to ask now. Otherwise, I'll ask questions. Then don't tell me I did not ask you. Give you the chance. Then you can't say I don't know. Okay, no question, sure? Beginners, devotees, no?
Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yes, mother, please.
Prabhuji, in Bhagavad Gita 4.13, 4th chapter, 13th verse, there was, according to the three modes of material nature and the word ascribed to them, the four divisions of human society were created by me, and although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer and being unchangeable. So in this, Krishna is saying that I am the creator, but I am also yet the non-doer, being unchangeable.
Yes. So what is the question?
Yeah, so two things at same time, that Krishna is saying that I am the person who is the creator, but still I am the non-doer and unchangeable. So
Yes.
this was.
So what is the query?
Yeah, why this verse is like this chapter was this particular verse was mentioned in on the way to Krishna book, and I'm not able to understand why it is written in this way. That Krishna is saying, I am the creator of the system, still I am not the doer, non-doer, and I'm not able to change anything.
Yeah, very good. Very good question. Very nice. Okay. So others in the beginners program, do you understand this question? Please, if you can just tell me a yes, it'll be wonderful. Just say your name and yes. I can't see all of you. So all of you understood this?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Sri Mataji. So this particular verse is very important verse. Chaturvanyamaya Shrishtam Gunakarma Vibhagashaha Tasya Kartaram Apimam Vidhi Kartaram Avyayam. So here he says that according to the three modes of material nature, Krishna says, and the work associated with them, with all the three modes of material nature. The four divisions of human society are created by me, means by Krishna. And although I'm the creator of this system, you should know that I, that is Krishna, am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. To understand this duality or oxymoron statement, to say that he did it, but he's still not doing it. He's not affected by non-doer. The last word is very important, avyayam, unchangeable. So what changes? I need to see all of you. What changes? The body changes. The soul doesn't change, right? But the soul keeps changing the bodies, correct? You understand this much? Yeah. Now the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them. That means, what are three modes of material nature? Mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Now, there are different work which the body has to perform as with the association of each mode. That means mode of goodness, the work associated with that is somebody who's very truthful, somebody who's very clean, somebody who aspires for knowledge. Yeah. Somebody who is not sinful. Yeah. Now, mode of passion involves a person who has to do a lot of work. People like to do a lot of work. Many of them would say, I don't like to sit idle. If you tell them to sit down in one place and chant Hare Krishna or read Bhagavad Gita, they can't do that. They need to do some extra work, you know. So these are works associated for mode of passion. Business, thinking work, this work, that work. If there's no other work to do, then they'll destroy you, you know. Whenever I come across this kind of people, I give them some work. So they are very busy in it and they leave me alone. Otherwise they'll disturb me all the time, you know. So one has to be very careful how to deal with this kind of people too. Yeah. So there's a mode of passion. The very simplistic I'm mentioning it. Yeah? So example of this is people who are in business, okay, etc. Then mode of ignorance are those who are very lazy, doing wrong things, being intoxicated, all these things, you know. So this affects only the body, material body, not the spirit soul. According to our karma, we get association of particular modes. And either we fit into either being a Brahmana, which is goodness, Kshatriya, which is goodness and passion, Vaishya, which is passion and ignorance, and Shudra, which is ignorance. So Vaishyas and Shudras, business class and worker class, are considered very low. And now see, in Kali Yuga, business class is considered very good. And everybody's wanting to do a good job, and earning so much salary. So considered very good. But they are nothing. They are actually being very lower class of individuals. A person who is not attached by these material bodies and at his work is considered to be high. So Krishna is saying that these three modes I've created. The body is created by me, material body, made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. These three modes affects the body, not the soul. But it doesn't affect me. Why? Because I don't have a material body at all. I'm unchangeable. That means I'm spiritual body. That is the reason why. Even for us, when we realize that we are not this body, then the hankerings of these three modes with the body, when we realize it, we'll be able to understand it and excuse ourselves from it. Is it okay? Srishti Madhuri, you understand this point?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, but it is, as long as we have got material body, it is very difficult not to be attracted and influenced by the three modes of material nature. It's very difficult. So those who are very advanced, they may get influenced, but as Srila Gurudev would say, they become expert. They should become expert in winding back again. So sometimes, because you are having this material body, so helplessly you are reacting in a particular way. But expert person is that who takes it back again. One should have the expertise to realize it and take it back again. So many times people will think that, okay, this particular devotee may get upset, but in no time he has forgotten the upsetness, he's moved out. Okay, so this is where Krishna, who doesn't have material body, that's why he says, I'm still the non-doer. I create everything but non-doer. He doesn't have material body. Yeah, and this also is a concept where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a very specialized knowledge given to us, which is called Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. That means simultaneously equal to and different. So this is how Krishna says, I created it, but I'm not doer too. So one understands this about God, about Krishna, his knowledge increases a little bit more. Okay? Is that okay? Srishti Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Now, can you explain this in your own words? I'm a very
Yes,
different tutor.
Yes, Prabhuji. The first point which I got to understand about this verse is after you explain that soul is unchangeable. Like we will be in the form of material nature, mode of ignorance, goodness, passion, but the soul is not changeable. That is what Krishna is saying in this verse. You so many things you can change. You can be in a mode of in the form of goodness or in the form of passion or ignorance, but the things which cannot be changed, your body will be changed at each and every birth, but the thing which cannot be changed is our soul, and that is what is Ajinkya Bheda Bhed.
Yeah, Ajinkya Bheda Bhed is about Krishna. That he, yes. He's simultaneously equal to doing this and not doing it. And with regards to the soul is where This affects just the body, not the soul. And Krishna is full of spiritual things, super soul. So not affecting him. Okay? Very nice. Very nice. Everybody else understood this from the beginners, the intermediate level as well? Or the devotees as well? Very good. Very good. Why? Any other questions on your record? Very good question. I like questions. Any other points you'd like to discuss? Because today is a day before we start something else.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, mother, please.
Prabhu, this is the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. That is clear. When we talk about goodness, it is about truth, patience, cleanliness. And then when we say bhakti is above the mode of goodness also.
Yeah.
So how is it above the mode of goodness? As in, when we follow goodness, we are following this systematicness in our life. As in, I'm following truth, I'm following cleanliness. And this is what we also talk about when we understand the concepts of bhakti. So how is it different when we say bhakti? So what changes? What type of truth hai, but what truth changes in a way? Or goodness, what goodness changes in bhakti? What is the difference between goodness and then? If I've made sense, bro. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Very nice. Everybody understood this question? All beginners and intermediate level understood this question, please? Just tell me so I can hear you. Is this question clear?
Yes.
So all of you, please say. If not, then tell me I don't understand the question. So we'll verify the question again. If you keep quiet, I'll not know whether you know or don't know.
Yes,
Coming to hear. Sorry, all of you said yes. I couldn't hear. I just heard one person saying yes.
Bro, just wanted to clarify if the question about what is the difference between mode of goodness and mode of.
Sorry. Sorry, who's speaking? I can't see you.
Parth this side, Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol, why can't we see you, Parth Prabhu?
Bro, I'm my camera on.
Yeah, now you're on. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's not about only passion, ignorance. It's about transcendence. So what changes at the transcendence level?
So basically the difference between goodness and pure goodness, is it?
Something like that, whereby goodness means this. So what has to change? What has to change? Okay, is that okay? Okay, what? Anybody else is any clarity? Everybody understood this? Okay, let's move on now. See, goodness, mode of goodness, I just give you 3 examples. Okay. One has to remain in the mode of goodness. When one is influenced by ego, okay. Anger also can be spiritual too, but generally anger is in the mode of ignorance. When a person cannot understand too much, too deeply, it is not in the mode of goodness too. You'll find somebody sometimes can understand things very well, between the lines, or understand some good authority, what he's trying to say very well. Others can't understand it. Yeah. So mode of goodness is a combination of all this, where one is not only truthful in his actions, words, reading of the scriptures, clean inside, outside. Okay, his source of income is clean. This is very important. If your source of income is unclean, it'll affect your bhakti. So your source of income should be very clean. I can tell you that. There is very special instruction by Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. The source of income should be very clean. So what happens is this, that these are still modes of material nature. One has to rise above the mode of goodness as well. That's called transcendence. Now see, Krishna's activities are spiritual. And I explained to you, when I explained the verse 413, that the three modes affect only the body, not the spirit soul. Okay? So the spirit soul's business is only one. That is to be with Krishna. Remember Krishna, enjoy with him. But the three modes are captivating us to enjoy in the material world. Now in the material world, mode of goodness will take you also to higher planets. Okay, generally, the higher demigods are in the mode of goodness. Suppose it to be. Many of them are not. They can be influenced by lower modes also at times, but generally they are at higher levels. They're very, very respected. The body is such. The physical strength is such. The feminine beauty is such. Indescribable. The beauty of them. The moral codes that affect us does not affect them. There are different codes for them. What is morality for us is not a morality for them. That's why Mahabharata, the Vasus were killed by the mother Ganga. How can a mother kill them? Because she had to finish her sins. But in the higher modes, higher level, this is not affected to them. But if a lady does in earthly body, is affected to them. They get the karma for that. See? So the modes, even goodness, will bind us. We will come back into the material world in goodness too. But at the same time, to go above goodness, to go to the transcendental platform, which is above the three modes of material nature, that's called transcendental. To transcend, the English word transcend, meaning going above. That's the meaning of transcend. If you do the word search, to go above. Above what? The three modes of material nature. So we have to go above the three modes of material nature, and for that we have to come out from the modes of ignorance, passion, and at least remain in the mode of goodness. Okay, we should try and remain in the mode of goodness. So once, and it's not that easy. Once we're in the mode of goodness and we are stable there, not momentarily, I'm talking about remaining there, waking up early, sleeping early, all these good things which people do normally, not this material world where you say Saturday night fever, you go and dance in the night, come back in the morning, that's the time to wake up, all these things. So once we are there and we chant, that's when the connection and the purity of chanting would be better utilized by us. And when Krishna is satisfied, that is when we can experience and go above the three modes of material nature. But to go above that, one has to come to the three mode of goodness. It is just like saying that, I always give this example. I must have spoken here also, but probably I've not done it for many long time. It's just like if you are in a swimming pool. Many of you must have done swimming pool, So if you are in that, that, what do you call it? Where you jump into the water?
Board.
What do you call this? Plank. Yeah. As you're on the plank and you're jumping into the water, so plank is like the mode of goodness. And we have to jump over it. We have to leave that too. Okay, and this is a difficulty. This is where real challenge comes, where even in the mode of goodness you feel very settled. You like it very much, so you become attached to mode of goodness too. You see, so bhakti, this philosophy is good. You may read the philosophy, understand a little bit, and write the exams and get top marks. But main thing is to implement it in our life. How good we are doing that. So theological knowledge is one thing, implementing is another. So that's the reason why these scriptures, like this particular verse also, we have to understand in a way that we read it, we hear it, then we study it. Okay, so we hear it is the first thing. Second is we study it. Third thing is then we think about it, what you studied. And then fourth thing is we try and see whether we are actually implementing it in our life or not. If not, then what are we doing? Like for example, just yesterday we were with the devotees, and we saw a group of ants outside our center, So I was reminded of this pastime of Jada Bharat. We'll speak about Jada Bharat also. All of you are Indian bodies, and so you must have heard about he's Jada Bharat. It's like Jad like Bharat, Jad hai. You have heard the Jad, like stone, So stone Bharat it is called. It's called Jada Bharat. It's a very beautiful pastime of Jada Bharat. So what happened is that this Jada Bharat, I'll just fast forward the things to coming to the point here, that he had given up the whole world. Okay, he was very detached from everything, Paramhamsa, nothing to do with this material world. So he would just sleep outside on the streets and all that. So once a king of that region, very big king, King Rahugana, was passing by in a palanquin, palanquin. So one of the palanquin guard was supposed to carry the palanquin. He could not carry for some reason. He was sick or something happened. So they said, is there anybody else nearby who can do it right now? Because the king had to go to meet a sage, So they got hold of this Jada Bharat, he was sitting there. And he was quite stout, Jada Bharat, So he was holding the palanquin and they were walking. So while walking, Jada Bharat would sometimes walk and stop. And others are walking. All three are walking, he's stopping. And then sometimes he walks past, he jumps and he stops. Again, so palanquin goes haywire, The king is getting disturbed. He said, what is this going on? What is this going on? So the guards are telling him, shh, what are you doing? Just keep the pace with us. What's the difficulty, man? So Jada Bharat doesn't talk to anybody. He's just given up. That's Jada Bharat, the name. Whom we call Jada Bharat as a word, he's the person in Bhagavatam. Personality, great personality. They had stopped, talking to all. So after some time, he's walking and again he stops. He jumps at one place, and walks properly and all those things. So the king gets fed up and he opens the palanquin and says, hey, who is doing this? Hey, you're a foolish person, etc. He fires him, So Jada Bharat, what he was doing was, he was concerned about the ants. He said, I'm walking, but I don't want to step on the ant. So he would cross over the ant, or let the ant cross and walk. Or he was concerned about those things. See? Now, we were discussing this yesterday, and we thought that if we really understand Jada Bharat, study Jada Bharat, now you have heard about him. So you will also be concerned about the ants, or walking and all that. Unnecessarily don't kill them. And people will think you are mad, man. What are you doing, You're crossing over ant like this and doing this way, all these things you're doing. But in India, still there's some piety there. You understand? No, I don't want to walk over the ants. Don't kill the ants. You can walk over it, but don't kill them. They may still understand a little bit, but not all these people who are following the West ideology, foolish people who just eat anything. Why we eat non-vegetarian food anyways, So why are you worried about the ants? So we don't eat non-vegetarian food. Or vegetable you eat. I said, no, we are Krishnatarians. So this is how we are different. So this is where we will implement these instructions. That's why our food that we cook is only vegetarian and is offered to Krishna with love. He accepts it, and then we accept it. You see? So when we go to buy shopping and all that, we make a list. I said, this Maharaj will not like this. Don't buy it. But I like to eat. Maharaj will not buy. Man, he slapped me. We can't offer it. We can't do it. So we buy only those things. So it's a very different world. Similarly with Krishna, it's a very different world. Your life becomes very sublime. So this is where the mode of goodness that we are living in, when we implement in our lives the scriptures, then this becomes transcendental. The example of Jar Bharat with the ant, with the food, you see, that is when we are sacrificing, performing, observing Ekadashi, all the festivals, associating with devotees, chanting nicely, And why do you do this? Why do you do? People ask you the question, you are working somewhere, So why do you not eat outside? Why do you not eat this? Why do you not eat non-vegetarian food, What answer do you give? Tell me. Suchi, what answer do you give? Suchi Mataji, tell me. What answer do you give?
Prabhu,
or nobody asked you this question. Tell me that.
No. People ask me questions that why don't you eat onion and garlic or
So
stuff.
what answer do you give?
So Prabhu, basically, the people who don't even understand, there are many people who don't understand. There are few bunch of people, they understand things. So I tell them that it's not in the mode of, it's like in a mode of ignorance, and it is considered as a tamasic food. I don't eat that. And then a few people who don't understand that, and I always also go in the professional settings, then I say that no, it is not good for my health. It gives me acidity. So I don't eat that.
Yeah.
And then few people don't argue with me because they themselves consider me as a Jain person. So they say you're Jain. Okay, I can, okay. So as far as I am not eating, yes. As far as I'm not eating, it's okay. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. What about you, Srishti Mataji? Does it come to you at all? I mean, I don't know whether you eat onion, garlic and all that. If not, then, does it come to you at all? People ask you the question?
No.
No. Okay, that's all right. What about you, Pradyumna Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. People
Have you got
ask.
this question?
Yes.
Have you got this kind of question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Some people who understand logic, I tell them that I don't like killing animals for the sake of my taste. So they say ki they eat for protein. Then I say there are a lot of other things for protein also. So, and for onion and garlic, when people don't understand, I also give the same reason that I have allergy, and my doctor recommended not to eat.
So you're lying.
To the people that don't understand, like the people that are not in a spiritual background or they are atheists. So
see, if I don't ask this question, you'd have kept lying like this. You're not in mode of goodness then. Why to worry? What about you, Divanshi Mataji? You get this question?
Yes, Prabhuji, all the time.
So what answer do you give then?
It's generally in a professional setting. So my close friends, they all know, like from school and everything. But when it's in a professional, sorry, just 1 second. Yes, sorry, Prabhuji. Yeah, so in a professional setting, I just tell them the animal brutality, the morality, and the environmental reasons, and so on, and that I just don't like it. So yeah.
Okay. All right. But they'll come back and say, what about vegetables? They've got life too, You're going to an argument there. Animal cruelty is a big thing nowadays. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Okay. You've taught us that you can just say that if it was possible for us to eat rocks, and survive, then we would have done that. But it's not. So we have to eat something.
Something. Yeah. Good. What about you, Parth Prabhu? You get this question?
Yes, so I got this question. Previously, I used to give all these kinds of justification and everything, but people have a way to come around get you some way or the other. They will just come and get you. So now I just tell them I don't like it. So when you tell them you don't like it, no further.
You smell, man. You stay away from me. Tell him, you're eating onion, just stay away from me now. You smell from me. I don't like this smell. Go and brush your teeth. One person has eaten onion or garlic, the whole office will be smelling. But they're not smelling. Everybody's eaten. Everybody's smelling onion, garlic. Man, oh God. You wear a mask and go inside, I'll tell you one answer. How about that? Have we covered everybody from beginners? Yeah, I think I've done. Why are you vegetarian? What is this? It's a bold answer. We'll stop everybody and say, wow, this is far out. All right? Try it. Tell them, listen, I'm in love. And I'm in love with that person who doesn't like to eat onion, likes me to eat onion garlic. That's why I don't eat onion garlic. I love Krishna. Full stop. Tell him, will you do this? You got the guts to say this? Full stop. No arguments. They say far out. Right. That's right. When they say, hey, you look different, man. Your body is different. Your face is different. Why like this? Just tell them. That's because I'm in love. And I'm in love with Krishna. Full stop. So that means you cannot do this. No, I'm doing everything. What do you mean? You see, you are eating, I'm sorry to say, you're eating nice, you're very beautiful. You're also very nice, very beautiful. But look at you, open your mouth, it smells. Of course, we can't say that, but I'm just letting you know, So don't come too close, to me. So I like to go close to Krishna. He says no. Where does he say he doesn't know? Oh, you want to know why he says he doesn't know? And then what will happen to you? Will you also stop eating? No, you tell me where he says. Okay, do one thing. Give me a mobile number and I'll add you to our team, WhatsApp group. They'll teach you everything. They're teaching me. Well, we'll do the rest. Don't worry about it. In a general group. Simple. Tell me, is it a good answer? It's a bold answer. But in this world, everybody has got some human rights and cat rights and animal rights. Why can't we have Krishna rights? What is wrong with it? If you just say, I'm in love with Krishna, that's why I don't eat. What answer will they give you? They'll touch you, they'll leave you away. Oh, leave this person away. So then drinking, they don't ask you for drinking, they won't ask you for smoking, they won't ask you for late nights. Because my Krishna doesn't like, man. Just say, my Krishna doesn't like, so I don't do it. Full stop. Believe me. Your job, you think job career will be in this difficulty? Your job will be very nicely done. They say, man, you're doing very good job. I say, yeah, I don't come out in the night because my Krishna doesn't like it. Full stop. Do you get married to Krishna? No, I'll marry somebody who also loves Krishna. Finished. Problem solved. Nobody will come and approach you. Unnecessarily. If you don't approach you also have to love Krishna. See, become clever, This is it's called common sense, very uncommon. Full stop. So instead of you having this dating apps and all those things to find your future partners, you rely upon your parents' apps. Why can't you rely upon your parents' apps? The parent app, dating app is made by people who want to make money out of you. Is it not so? You go there, pay 400 rupees, 1,000 rupees, and dating, and you don't even know the person. And you will like somebody, and then you tell your friends, how does he look? Very good. The friend is also fool like you only. That's why he's a friend. You will not have a big scientist as a friend who's 50, 70 years old, who's got experience. Your friend is like your age only. A rock star, like he also like rock star, common interest friends. So whom the opinion is, you are checking your opinion with your friends only. You're also fools like you. So you're paying money to somebody who doesn't even know you, who makes money out of you, and you want to be out with somebody on dating app, checking with your friend who's also foolish rather. Better than you have a parents app. Or best is Krishna app. Trust Krishna. Krishna is a wonderful app. So for that, first thing is this: why did you do this? Because I'm in love with somebody. Anything you say, why do you chant? What do you do? Why do you chant like this? Answer is simple. Because I'm in love with somebody. Who's that? Krishna. Why don't you come out in the night with me to a party? Oh, because I'm in love with Krishna. Oh, that's why I'll not come out in the night. No. Oh, I want to date you. Oh, sure, but I'm in love with Krishna. So, but I'll date somebody who's loving Krishna. Oh my God, finished. The problem is solved. Is it a good idea? What do you think? Is it a good idea? Or a bad idea? Tell me this. Be honest about it. I may be outdated. I heard this answer. Believe you me. With all these many years, okay, I heard this answer from an old colleague of mine in the school. Okay, this person had changed her name also. And I said, so I was very institutionalized, like ISKCON, you changed your Krishna, some Dasi, she put her name. I said, oh, you were initiated by ISKCON? He said, what ISKCON? She said, So, but you got this name? I said, no, because I love Krishna. Oh boy, what an answer, man. I said, all these years I've wasted my time. And this person has taught me a very good lesson. I do it because I love Krishna. Of course, we used to give this answer before also, but this is very good implementation. So think about it. If you think about it and if you like it, then try and implement it. Rather than, Prajumna Prabhu, don't lie. Why to lie? We are not killing somebody. Huh? Why to worry?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, well, not to worry. In the Western world also, we used to find, wow, I'm vegetarian, what? Don't worry about allergy. I said, allergy, I'm allergy of you people. Don't worry about it. Just I love Krishna. You say Krishna is my good friend. My good friend doesn't like it. Who's your good friend? Krishna. Hey, Krishna's a good friend. So yeah, he's my very good friend, my dear friend. Oh my God. So then they want to make a friendship with you. Make me a friend also. And I say, yeah, come with me. Add your name, give it to your tutors, add your tutors group, Yeah. Preach. What do you think, Om Prabhu? Is it correct? What do you think of this answer? You're right, you're going to do that? Because my friend doesn't like it. Or my lover, you can say, I'm in love with Krishna. They say, what do you mean you're in love with Krishna? They don't understand all those things. Just say, yeah, my friend doesn't like it. Who's your friend? Krishna. Take it now. Good thing. What do you think, Pradina Prabhu? You think your chance of going and joining the army will be reduced by doing this? If they say my friend doesn't like it?
I don't know, Prabhuji.
Don't worry about it. You tell them I don't eat onion garlic, I don't this. Why? Because my friend doesn't like it. Who's a friend? Krishna. Hey. So they are not going to stop you from joining the army. They say, very good. He's the ultimate creator. He's the decision maker. No problem. You understand this? Best. Prabhu, try doing this in your meetings. I'm telling you this. They will be bold. This answer nobody would have heard. Try it. Try it. It doesn't cost you anything. It may cost you a job. That's it. Nothing much. That's all right. No, it's all right. But try with your parents. They will be happy. Your parents will be unhappy with you. What do you mean you're in love with Krishna? You become like Meera. You want to get married or not? All these things will happen. See, don't complicate things. I just wanted to. I'm a very simple person. I just thought this would be a good answer. I would like to give an answer. Why? Because my friend doesn't like it. Who's a friend? Krishna. And for you ladies, because I love Krishna, he doesn't like it. Full stop, Matter ends there. Problem solved. तो सोचेगा इतना बड़ा elaborate philosophy देने से ये give this philosophy and they will love you. They will also leave you alone for so many of the wrong things, Only for good things they'll take you in. Okay. All right. Because we love Krishna. It's such a simple statement, but so powerful, isn't it? So powerful. That's what the gopis did. This is what the Gopas did in Vrindavan. Gopis means elder gopis also. Same thing they did. Younger gopis also did the same thing. The Gopas did the same thing. The grandfather Gopas did the same thing. Younger Gopas did the same thing. Why? Because my Krishna doesn't like it. So I don't do it. It is very powerful. It'll become a trend. They will also tell each other, hey, my office guy was saying, he doesn't do it because his friend Krishna doesn't like it. So powerful, man. I like to have a friend like him. Then you can give them philosophy. If your friend is like this, I've got no worry. My worry is a little less. But I see you worried all the time. I said, yeah, my worry is this way, so that every day I cook for Krishna, you see. I've got nice arrangements for Krishna. They should not stop at home. That's my worry. Give them philosophy like this. You are in India, very pious place. All these Western things which are there, influence, is just at a superficial level. If you scratch it inside it, there is still some piety there. All of you, look yourself. All of you are like this only. Look at me also, same way. Please, don't be afraid. Be a little bold, and Krishna will give you all the strength. He'll prove himself also. Prahlad Maharaj did the same thing. We don't have to become Prahlad Maharaj, that great devotee, but still if you say, yeah, Krishna is my friend, he can do anything. He can do anything. And he will do anything. Try it. Give him a chance. Give Krishna a chance. It's our motto. Try it. Okay. Rather than saying all different things, up to you. I'm just. Okay. All right. So is that question answered with your mode of goodness, how to go and all those things as well? We added many dimensions to that, but still, yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay. We still have a little bit of time. Anyone has any questions so far before we move on? No? Okay. I can tell you, you do it in a business and Krishna will connect you to his devotees. It happened with me. Happens with me. I say the same thing. Oh, my Krishna doesn't like it. Oh boy, they fall down when they hear it, I don't do it, my Krishna doesn't like it. Oh my God, But he connects you with all these people only, everywhere. You'll be surprised. Where all one devotee may be there somewhere, Krishna devotee, the Krishna will connect you with that person only. Try it. I'm talking about your business association and all those things. I'm talking about those things. So don't worry. And you're in India. India is a very pious land. And you will teach your seniors. You teach your juniors. You will shining light. Anyone who comes in front of, anyone who comes into the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, they become shining light. Just be a little bold. That's it. Okay. Now I'll just put it to my seniors, senior leaders group. They may be very angry with me or something, or they may have a different opinion. Yes, so leaders groups, want to say something? Please feel free before we conclude. Now, want to say anything? Because we love Krishna. A good answer.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you for your nice explanation and nice angles, different angles. Yes, yeah, that is the very bold, very bold question answer, because a lot of people ask and I just say I'm Hare Krishna means, and yeah, so yeah, they don't need to give them a lot of explanations of this and that and telling lies. No need, no need for that, because they're not going to understand anyway. Yeah, so it's, yes, Rohit.
Yeah. But see, if we still say we are Hare Krishna, people still think it's a religion. But when you say, I love Krishna, there's a connection there. And they say, I don't have that, he has it in this world. How is it possible? I'm telling you, some pious soul will be touched by this. So if you're bold enough to say, I'm a Hare Krishna, say, because I love Krishna. Full stop. They may fall down. I say, because I love Krishna, move on, Yeah, why not? So
Yes.
you are in a trade where people need you, So that's okay. You don't need people. People need you. So bold on. What's the problem?
Yeah, in a way, and in that way, you're preaching also, probably, yes, because they will maybe curious. Oh, who's that Krishna?
Yeah.
Who's Krishna? Because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, that's it. So because I love Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. If you're saying Hare Krishna already, then they're going to say, I'm Hare Krishna. You love Krishna because you're Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yeah. That's understood. The love is very important because love is a missing factor in this world. It's a missing factor in this world. Trust me. The only thing which is missing factor in this world is love to God. Because God is a bad name. But when they hear somebody out of the blue is different person, say, because I love God, I love Krishna. Ooh, that's done. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
I can only request and send surrender. I can suggest, not a request, not even requesting, just suggesting to do like this. It's up to you to implement or not. No problem. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else wants to say anything on this point before we finish today? Any lead?
Hare Krishna, hello. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, am I audible? Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead. So you're audible.
Haribol?
I think Shri Mataji raised her hand. Request her to speak. Then I'll go.
Okay. Some freezing on my phone. Excuse me. Yes. Please, please. I think there were a couple of you who wanted to speak together. Please feel free. Sorry, somebody was saying that? You can continue.
Yes, I was just saying that Shri Mataji raised her hand before me, so if she wanted to speak something.
Okay, Shichimata wants to say something. Okay. Right.
Okay. Prabhu, this continuing this discussion, I just had this discussion with a few of my colleagues, and one of her she just saw me and she said that, are you following SCON? So I was like, yeah, I am following Hare Krishna and I'm following SCON, but it's more of the philosophy, more of Srila Prabhupada, who's the founder of SCON. So she was knowing because, and she told me that her husband is also following the same thing. And from that time also, when we certainly go out and we had some snacking going out somewhere, they religiously they follow that I should not eat onion and garlic. They only tell anybody who's preparing some food or something, some snack, they said this in this plate you're not going to add onion and garlic, that has to be there. And they religiously they make for, and this happens. And when I also went for some college searching or some Pune or Mumbai or somewhere, all that time I got this thing so clear, and people were making different food for me separate, one for themselves and the other they're cleaning the the stove and everything and making other thing, and then I was offering to Krishna and then having that. So I had that thing, and when you follow, things happens. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
experienced.
India is a very pious land,
Yes.
We can't imagine this in New Zealand. Unless Indians are there in New Zealand, that they do it that way, Pious Indians, Hindus. Otherwise, India is the only place now. So treasure it. Wonderful. All the best to you. Yes, Pathu, you want to say something?
Yes, so just realization I had when we are discussing about eating non-veg or all of these things. I just was just thinking that how, like, if let's say somebody just got introduced to non-veg food, then as soon as you're doing that, because this happened with me in my office. So in my office, so I'm in Hyderabad, so South Indian culture, I don't know it's, but what I have got from it, these people eat a lot of non-veg and also drink a lot. Not all of them, but at least
Rum.
that
They drink rum.
yes, the people that I've come in contact with. So now what happened was, this new person joined our office, and so these two people started talking, and one of them just asked, "Oh, do you eat non-veg?" So this other guy said, "Yes," and then he said, "Do you drink?" And he said, "No." He said, "Hey, what life you're living? You eat non-veg, but you don't drink." So next week, these people went out, eat non-veg and also drink. After that, then he said, "Oh, you eat non-veg, you drink, but you don't smoke. Why? You should also smoke." So then they started.
Yes.
College, I saw all of the things. Drugs, marijuana, and all of these things are the new thing. Come on, you need that. If you are smoking, why are you taking just nicotine and just having a 5-minute bliss? Hey, enjoy that for long, marijuana. Then they started doing that. And my point being, this downward spiral is so easy to get in. But I have never somebody say you started early. Did you also try not speaking lies or being always truthful? And if somebody is doing that, oh, did you also, you started waking up early, not speaking lies? Did you also try doing some spiritual thing? The upward spiral is very hard to get in. There is no spiral. There has to be an impetus that, okay, I started getting up early. Now I also don't want to speak lies. Or from now, I also want to remain very clean. But the downward spiral is very easy to get in. And I was wondering why that is, Prabhu. Like, upward spiral is so hard. Every time you need an impetus, either from yourself or best is from an association of devotees who pick you up. But then this downward spiral, it's just it's as if it comes naturally to us. That, okay, this we are doing. Oh, why not this? Why not this? Why not this? And then that. So I was just.
It's a good question. You see, this material world that has been created, although we've got this goodness, passion, and ignorance, it stems from the ignorance. It's mentioned in the 3rd canto of Bhagavatam. So we are naturally inclined toward wrong things, bad things. It's very naturally done. And in Kali Yuga, this is the age, it's called as influence, but unknowingly also you'll do that. Now, even in other yugas also, doing wrong things was easy. Opportunities were less. You see? Now, I can tell you one thing, even if we get the opportunity, we'll do the wrong things too. One time I say, okay, well, you can have tea, coffee, no problem. Yeah, I was wrong. Tomorrow everybody will have tea, coffee. I can guarantee you without delay. Is it not so? I tell you. A chocolate, I was wrong with chocolate also. So tea, coffee, chocolate you can have. You all jump now after the program. So this is the point. If you don't get the opportunity, that's why we need association. We need higher taste for association, and it is very, very, very dangerous, this world. This material world that we're living in. Imagine it has been constructed. Yes, we've got goodness also, passion also. But the main ingredient from which it has happened is from ignorance. It's very tricky. You understand this over a period of time, but this is very, very tricky. Anytime you can get angry, anytime you can get ego, the same person with whom you are learning, you are teaching, who's your father, you'll become egoistic on the person. A little bit of knowledge here, there, bang, it's gone. This is where it is. So a preacher, a devotee, any devotee has to have unlimited patience in dealing with people. There should be no limit to your patience. I'm telling you. And that is possible. You will have unlimited patience when you have got blessings from somebody who has got unlimited patience, more than you. Please. That's why I'm saying that even if you just say, I love because I love Krishna, full stop, they will be bold by this. You love. One is true that I pray to Krishna is one thing. Everybody understands that. And why Krishna? Why not Ram? Why not Shiva? You guys are like this. But if you say I love, there's no question about full stop. There's no question about why not praying here, why not praying there. No, I'm not about praying. I love. Full stop. I love him. Just like, people say I love chicken. Doesn't mean you love chicken. They like to eat chicken. This is how foolish we are, I love chicken, man. That means you have to eat chicken. Right. That's what it is. So this is the reason why, Prabhuji. And it is always going to be an upward battle. And be safe in these next 10,000 years. And a few years again, from few years from now, it's going to improve Krishna consciousness. Bhakti will improve from few years onwards. It'll last. See, Mother Ganga, don't say Ganges. You say Ma Ganga. Bolo, no problem, you can say Ma Ganga, my mother. Say Ma Ganga, when she prayed to Lord Vishnu. She said, you have put me here on earthly planet, in this material world also, where people come and give me all their sins, all kinds of sins how to purify. I will take so many sins, So what will happen to me? What about my sins I'm accruing from so many people? How will that go away? Lord Vishnu says, yes, that my devotees will also come. They will also take bath in you, Maganga, and they will take away your sins. That time has come. And it is this that it's going to last only for some time, 10,000 years. After that, on earthly planet. So run, get out of here. You don't want to be here. I'm telling you, we don't want to be here. We just get out of here. It's very hard at young age, but also at the same time, you're very fortunate at young age. At least you know this. So tomorrow when you're going to put you will say, I have to finish up. There's only one perfect, I'm not doing it now. See, again, I got addicted to this. I will stop it now, Just stop it. And then, But if you're not this, then you keep going this downward spiral, down all the time. You see? That's why any person who's in mode of goodness, especially Krishna devotee, shines out. Why do you think I love Krishna? Then they say, well, don't ask him because he loves Krishna. So full stop. It happened to me all the time. I said only once, and I said because he loves Krishna. Don't worry about it, And then those people, they gravitate around you. Those who are like-minded. And I made very close friends. Just because of this, Krishna was a common factor. Because they had their Indian bodies, So they had their grandparents, grandmother, or somebody there connected to Krishna. They say, oh man, they talk to me, don't disturb him. They'll fight for you. Try it. You just try it. Give Krishna a chance. We have given chance to so many other things. Just try it. See, in the army, Pradyumna Prabhu, in the army, you have got war cries, yeah? So many different battalions have war cries. You've got war cries for Lord Shiva also. Yeah, you've got war cry for Hanuman as well, Lord Hanuman. So what is, I love Krishna, no problem. Try it. It's up to you. I can only suggest. But there can't be any better golden answer. Krishna would love it. He loves to dance in ecstasy. Listen to this guy. He is loving me. He's telling the whole world he loves me. I love him. Why will I keep him stopped away? And if he says that, okay, challenges, why will not support you? He will support you. He will support you. Yeah. You're not making money out of him. Yeah. Give Krishna a chance. Okay. All right. Is it okay? You got your answer, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Good. Anybody else? I think my wife wanted to say something. Okay. She doesn't want to say anything. Sorry. Anybody else want to say any questions? Anything to say before we finish today's class?
Let's say about like higher consciousness.
Okay. All right. So my wife wants to say a couple of points on this once before we finish.
So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, just on that point of loving Krishna. I mean, like when you have a conversation and sometimes get into a conversation, and how I would have explained is rather like, for example, if I'm talking to a colleague who is a mother, then I would say, if your child can't have something, would you make that and would you eat that? And they can relate to it. They say, no, of course not. Like, why would you? And so similarly, like, we also only eat something that, we offer the food to Krishna because we love him. And if he can't eat something, then we don't eat that too. Because they say, oh, this is a question commonly you get asked. So you can't eat something. And like, no, it's by choice. And they do understand that. So I think people do, because people do meet other people. I've got a lot of people who've met other people who are in a similar, have heard that, oh, I have heard from someone that they don't eat too. So there's a softer side also to it, as much as there's I think in India, I remember when we were young, if you don't eat certain things, then it's quite possible that you can get bullied for it, or to a certain extent, I think. But in the West, I have a very different experience because people are very open about things, and there's many people who don't do many things for many reasons. So sometimes I also put the point of higher consciousness, and that is also understood by people. Like at a very high level, somebody saying to me that they had an organization where the people at the top were not eating all these things that I mentioned that I don't eat, because we had a party after we finished our year end. So I just went with them, and then when the food came, I just left. So while we were walking, the CFO, he said to me that, oh, so I really want to know, like, are you not eating this for higher consciousness? And I said, yes. When he asked me, I said, yes. And I said, you know what? I know that there was a company formed by people who I met, and at the top level, they were not having all these things that you're mentioning. And actually, the company functioned very well. So that stayed with them. And so then those kind of things. So sometimes we like fear to say something, as Prabhuji said, just be bold. And you never know what, I mean, many people can probably even relate to it. So that was just my experience. Sometimes people don't understand, and that's fine. You don't then, it's not that you expect everyone to understand, but you have to be clever. I mean, everybody who is in Krishna consciousness is very clever. So you should understand where the person is coming from, who is asking you. And then you give the answer accordingly. Somebody who doesn't understand, you give the answer accordingly. You just become smart, in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Yes, that's right. Yes, absolutely right. That's very good put in perspective. Keep higher consciousness, for that. Yes. Keep higher consciousness. So we are qualifying also. Because we are loving Krishna. Sorry, was I
No,
clear?
you're
It stopped.
you're cutting off and on. You'd have to repeat. Sorry.
I was cutting off. Okay, hold on. I'll just wait for a few seconds and I'll repeat this. Okay, Hare Krishna. Is it okay now? Everybody can hear me?
Yeah.
Or is it still lagging? Okay, well, I'll just move on now. I think it's a very good point my wife raised there, that we can always add to this, saying that I love Krishna and sit for higher, and want us to be in higher consciousness for that, So that's it. We are talking two things. One is that we love, which you don't love. Second is we have to have higher consciousness, which you don't have. So if you're going to drink and all those things, you'll be in lower consciousness. Simple. Don't have to say anything else. It's full stop. And do your life. They will love you. They'll appreciate you. They'll have an aura around you. So they'll keep away from you. And they'll respect you for that. I found that in the Western world, there's a lot of respect for that. They come and say, I respect this. I've had, like my wife has, I'm sure the same thing other devotees also here who are living in the West. They'll say, yes, we respect this. Or I respect it, Okay, well, that's it for us. I'll just wait for 10 more seconds. Anyone wants to say anything before we conclude today's discussion?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Prabhuji, I wanted to share something.
Yes, please.
Prabhuji, last year when I was in Air Force national camps, so they used to make food with onion and garlic, and you can't demand your own food there. They'll say you either eat food or you go to sleep hungry. So, and I prayed to Krishna, like I really wanted to not eat the garlic food. So that's when I got to know that the pilots that are in the Air Force, they are advised not to have onion and garlic 2 or 3 days before their flight, because that affects their reflexes. And I always aim for the flying branch in the Air Force. So like I thought that if I do hard work and become an officer, so it would be easy for me to, and if you become an officer, then you have to command everyone and no one can say no to you. And if I become an officer and go in the flying branch, so I won't have to eat onion and garlic, because that's not even allowed there.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, wow. This is very interesting. But again, in the normal NCC, yeah, probably for NCC cadets, they may not have it, separately. But officers, they will have separately. Probably the mass is the same. Yeah, probably. That's right. The hierarchy levels there. Okay, well, there you go. So you know where to go now. You'll fly high. President Prabhu will fly high. All the best to you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Hare Krishna. Because in New Zealand, in the police force, we had a devotee, we had a person like you guys join in our program. We used to do not online program, but home program. And she joined and she was not an alcoholic. And they cooked for her separately, but she was an officer. Right? I mean, not at a cadet rank, but as a policewoman. So they had separate cook for her. He said, I will not have an alcoholic. Yeah, no problem. We have another chief. He was a devotee, proper devotee for many years. He was chief of inspector and he was not an alcoholic. So yeah, we can cook for you and no problem.
Because of him, they cook for him.
Yeah. So why not in India? In officer, of course, India. You can demand whatever you want. You can make your whole team under you without an alcoholic. You want to fly or not? No, an alcoholic, you'll not fly. Sit down. Sleep hungry.
Like people in India are very supportive also. Like I realized in the Air Force also that the motto of Air Force were taken from Bhagavad Gita, like from the 11th chapter.
What is it?
Nabha Sparsham Deeptam. Like when Arjuna describes Krishna that he is touching the sky with glory, so they took the touch the sky with glory from the Bhagavad Gita.
That's it. That's it for you. Wonderful. You're in the right place. Hare Krishna. Now you know where to go as well. Aim high. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Anyone is inspired to say anything? I'll wait for 10 more seconds. Navina wants to say? Yes, Navina. What do you want to say?
Nothing, Prabhuji. I didn't want to say anything.
Achha, achha. Very nice, nice. Okay, I think we can conclude now. Wonderful. So whose turn is it now to sing? Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us.
It's my turn, Prabhuji.
Shubhadra Devi, wonderful. Okay, ठीक है आप?
Yes, Prabhuji.
माधव भी ठीक है? माधव को भी ठीक है?
Yes.
Very nice. तुम्ही ठीक आहात नवीना? हाँ?
मला ठीक है, प्रभुजी.
मी ठीक आहे प्रभुजी.
मैं ठीक आहे.
आता काही नवीन मराठी शब्द बोला तुम्ही. ठीक आहे ना?
ठीक है, प्रभुजी.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. All the best. ठीक है शुभद्रा जी. I mean, now you can sing very nicely with actions and we'll follow you. Okay? 1, 2, 3, start.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us. Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us. We have learned some real good stuff. We have learned some real good stuff. Maharaj, we have learned one thing. Maharaj, we have learned one thing. And today for you we will sing. And today for you we will sing. If our room is clean, then our mind is clean. If our mind is clean, we can do anything. If our room is dirty, then so are we. But if we are dirty, we're not happy. Wasting time is the greatest crime. Because wasted time means a wasted mind. So best is your time when you're in your prime. And your whole life will be survived. If your wealth is gone, then there's nothing wrong. But if your health is gone, then that's a different song. If your character dies, then the world will cry. Only saintly behavior, that's humanity thrives. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We must always remember Krishna. And never forget him too. But how are we to practice this with so many things to do? That is the greatest question. And here's the greatest clue. You must learn to walk so nicely that Krishna remembers you. So listen very closely and make your thinking sharp. Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart. If something due tomorrow, finish it today. Whatever's due today, do it now, don't delay. If your friends might be lazy or doing bad things, but you think again, don't follow them, and you will win the end. Whatever work we're given, we do our really best. We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest. This is how to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, you'll see Krishna every day. This is how to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, you'll see Krishna every day. When our time is up, he'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with him with a heart full of love. When our time is up, he'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with him with a heart full of love. So chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame. He's the only way this world will ever become sane. So chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame. This world will ever become sane. Now please ask this greatest question and find this greatest clue. You can only remember Krishna if Krishna can remember you. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai His Holiness Srila Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Prem Anande Hari Hari Bol. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Shrimati Mahavishnu Goswami Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurmani Prashanka Devi Shri. So next week in New Zealand there's changes. India is the best, no change. But New Zealand there's daylight savings will now start or finish something like this end. So we'll be moving 1 hour earlier in New Zealand. So our intermediate class will start at 4 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock. God. And then the second class will be 5 to 6 instead of 6 to 7. And the bleeders class will be from 6 to 7, not 7 to 8. But India and all the countries are best. No changes for you. Okay? So Krishna willing, we'll see you next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and just say I love Krishna for higher consciousness. Chant Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, thank you
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram Hare. Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.